I got another spreadsheet for you. This one is a bond calculator from Treasury Direct.gov. So 93, I got a bond from my sister for Christmas, and I've been holding on to it for the past years, and I usually check it out once a year around this time to see how much it's worth. And I wanted a little bit easier way to calculate its value, and then maybe if somebody had additional ones, it'd be a little bit of a pain to look up the price. On the Treasury Direct website, you can see the different values it can calculate based on your denomination and issue date. The bond serial number isn't important in this lookup, so you can see here this $50 has went up to 145 over the past years, and then when it finally matures in about 3 years. So I wanted to see if I could get this information. So I wanted to see which call was being made to see if I could pull that information into the spreadsheet. Sometimes it's just a URL, sometimes it's a form that's being submitted, and in this case it's a form. So I took a look at this page, and when we make the request for this redemption date, with the series bond, the denomination, and the issue date, we get a responsive HTML. And if we scroll down a bit, we'll see that information right here as this row of information. So not as easy as just getting the URL and getting a JSON return value. So I have to parse some of the HTML, but it wasn't too much extra work. So back in the spreadsheet, we have a list of bonds. I have enough to enter about 100. So you mainly need to enter this information here. And really it's only the series type, the denomination, and the issue date. And with that information, I created a custom function called getBondInfo. So it takes that information and returns these values from the website. So if you want a quick look at the script, here we're just going to treasurydirect.gov, and we're looking at the series denomination issue date, and then the other two are optional. And we make a call. If there's any errors, we'll show that. If there's any errors with the response, we'll show that, and then we do some parsing of that HTML and return the values here, including notes as well, which I'll show you in a minute, and then just some additional helper functions. But the main one, the custom function here, is the get bond information. So if we look back here, let's create another one. You can see I did a test one. We'll do another test. Test 2. Make sure we check that to make sure it shows up in the summary. Do we'll do 1000, so it should show up. We'll do something 2005, and now all we'd have to do is drag down this formula and give it a second, and then here you go. You can see this 1000 denomination bond that we paid 500 for in 2005 is now worth 804, getting a 3.2% interest rate currently. So if you look at here, it gives you an example and the different inputs for that. Two optional ones. So this list then gets combined in here, and then you can see here we have a pivot table of the different types, the different issue price and interest and total value. And here we have the total value of all these. We have a table here that shows you the different categories. Your minimum term is 1 year, so you're not able to redeem it. Interest stops after 30 years. If you go before 5 years, you forfeit 3 months interest, and if it's after, then there's no penalty. So some of that information is coming back here. We have one that is within 5 years, so we got in 2019. This one's already done. It was done in 70s, it matured in 2000, so you should probably cash it in. And then same thing, and this one's just in November, so it's not eligible for payment. So those are the different sections I put in here. This you can change depending on which year, the top section you're interested in. So nothing matures in 1 year, but if you go up to 3 years, you got a couple interest. So in here, maybe you cash these in. So here you could take these out of the included. So this just includes it in this summary table. So it takes that out, and then you can see you only got double E bonds and I bond and their current value and price. And just have the notes I got some links to different information about different rules and things like that. And this is using a custom function again, using a Google Apps script, which is pretty much just, it's not going to work in Excel, so only in Google Sheets, and that's it. So I'll provide the link download at my website at 55e.co, and you can just grab this for free and play around with it if you're interested. It'd be interesting to see how many people have paper bonds as well, because you can easily convert it as well if you want. Convert your paper savings bond to electronic. So you could still do that, and then you'll just have an account, I believe, with Treasury Direct. So I could have done that, but I'm almost at the end of the 30-year maturity, so I'll probably just hang on to this for a bit longer and then cash it in. But for other people, it might be helpful. I'll probably go over a little bit how this was created more step by step. But if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. But other than that, that's it. Thanks.